Okay, we are back after a long break. Much longer of a break than I ever wanted to take from this game because I love it and I want to get through it. Mostly so, one of the big reasons I want to get through it is so I can watch other people play it because I love it and there's so many people I want to see play it. Just a couple Vtubers and PNG tubers out there that I like played through it. I need to see it. I need to see other people react to this because I love it so much. I need to see more of that love. Again, if you can't tell, Please Be Happy is like one of my favorite things ever. And the main reason I haven't finished it yet is because A, this year has been insane in games. It's been so much. B, I started streaming and 99.999% of the stuff that I taught of the time I spent like making content was streaming or making shorts, trying to grow, trying to get big, baby. Ha. But so like a lot of the other stuff like this and Fate, the Fate visual novel, kind of just got pushed to the sideline along with stuff like Pokemon Legends Arceus or Fire Emblem Engage, which I love and haven't finished yet. Like all of this stuff that I was doing on this channel before I started streaming has just been on like the back end. It's been a bit on the back burner, but I'm trying to take a little bit more time, chill and vibe with some of this stuff. So yeah, with that being said, also you can't tell, I got a little Mimo on my head. Oh, look at her, is she cute? I also have the actual plush in real life, and I love her. She's so cute. She sits on my desk every day, actually like right above my webcam, so she's looking down on me at all times. I love it. It's so cute. But yeah, no. Just for full transparency, the release schedule for I guess the schedule for visual novels from here on out is going to be a Studio Lane thing and then a Type Moon thing. Sorry, that brain fart right there was just me trying to figure out like how do I describe what the schedule is going to be. So we're going to do a Studio Lane thing and then a Type Moon thing. So we're going to do this route and then the next route of this. And then we're going to jump into Heaven's Feel to finish up the Fate Stay Night trilogy, essentially. Then we're going to do First Snow. Also, why am I, like, so laggy? What's going on there? It looks like it's probably just, like, an OBS thing, because I'm looking, like, fine here. Very weird. Also, yeah, okay, there we go. The background's back. So, yeah, we're going to finish Please Be Happy. Then we're going to do Heaven's Feel. Then we're going to do First Snow, because Twofold came out, and I didn't know that was actually a sequel to First Snow, and everyone's loving Twofold right now, so I really want to get into that. So after Heaven's Feel, we're going to do First Snow. Then we're going to do probably Hollow Ataraxia. Then we're going to do Twofold. And then from there, I think we're probably going to do Witch on the Holy Night. And then we're probably going to do, like, two or three other Studio Lane things, because there's, like, the Red Queen, and there's one other one that I was looking at. I was like, I'm really interested in this one, and they're both on like the shorter end. So I was like, we'll probably do those ones, and then we'll probably do, depending on, hopefully by that point, Tsukihime and/or the Fate Extra remake will be like localized and available over here. And if not, then hopefully the fan translations will be ready for those. And if not, then we'll probably do some other visual novel stuff. I don't actually know if I'm going to stream visual novel stuff after I finish Fate, Heaven's Feel, and this, just because I'm like, do people want to see that? I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. Also, I don't know why I'm so laggy on my OBS. Is that just... Hopefully that's not just me. I mean, I don't know. This is very weird. I've never had this issue with my computer before. Very odd. But I think with that being said, we've spent enough time dilly-dallying. We can get into this. I throw open... Also, there was a line that I missed. By the time I get back to the library, I'm exhausted from the walk in the sun. I throw open the library door and go inside, walking past my empty seat at the front desk. Juliet's nowhere to be seen. Only patrons. They've always managed just fine without me, though. Plodding up to my room, I grab my blanket from my bed and wrap it around myself before I lower myself to the floor. That's when the tears hit me again, and this time I can't hold them back. Slouching onto my side, I don't even try. There's no point. As I expected, in less than a minute, there's a sound at my door. 3 knocks. Always 3.
Miho? Is that you? Are you alright?
Oh, my headphones are being real bad. Hang on, let me disconnect them and reconnect them really quick. Because that did not sound good to me at all. And the voice acting in this game is too good for it to not be appreciated. Sorry that there's so much scuff in the first episode. Legitimately didn't mean for that. It just kind of happens. At a certain point, you got to realize hey, if you try to avoid all the scuff, if you try to record without all the scuff happening, you're never going to record. I don't respond. I don't even know if I want to see Juliet right now. She's part of this too, after all. She pauses outside for a moment, but a few seconds later, Juliet opens the door anyway.
Oh, Miho.
The pity in her voice tells me everything I need to know. I can only imagine what I must look like. Covered in blankets and lying on the floor, I must look pathetic, childish. It must be how I always look to her.
Miho, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Juliet trails off, still just inside the door. I can see her legs and cane, but not her face. I can picture the concern on it, though.
Didn't mean to what?
The words come out as a growl, surprising even myself. But I can't pretend, not now. She let herself in here, she can deal with it. Her cane sways from side to side as she wrings her hands, almost knocking into the wall more than once.
Meanful.
Wait, there we go.
To put things together this way. Such a painful way.
Okay, no, these headphones are just not working. I think they must be like super low on battery. Hang on, give me just a second. I'm gonna go switch my headphones really quick to my wired ones. I'm so sorry that there's so much scuff already. Ah. Okay, so I couldn't really... Okay, so I couldn't really fix it. Okay, so I couldn't really fix it. Just because there's no way for my wired headphones to reach, so I kind of just have to deal with this for right now. I think it's because my headphones are, like, dying. Hopefully that's why. If not, then they've kind of always not been too great anyways. So I might need to get a new pair, which kind of sucks, because I don't want to spend that money, man. But I'll just have to deal with it for this and probably the next 2 episodes, and then we'll move on. Hopefully I remember to cut all that out. Her cane sways from side to side as she wrings her hand, almost knocking into the wall more than once.
So you did know.
Whoa, what happened? Why is it gone? Okay, there we go. I cut her off without thinking as she confirms my suspicion. With one arm, I push myself up, letting the blanket fall away from my face as I glare daggers at Juliet.
Pardon?
You knew?
Oh, because she and Aspen have been giving each other like those looks of like, oh, you know what's going on. You like they've known for a while, and like it's just like confirming that. Slowly, I rise to my feet. My head. Wait, did I read that? Wait, no, I want to get the conversation. Hang on. Bop. I cut her off without thinking. Oh, okay, yeah, I did read it. Slowly, I rise to my feet. My head is pounding, and I can hear my blood pumping as anger rises through me, bubbling out like liquid magma.
All this time they've been dead, and you knew, didn't you? You probably knew from the first time I told you about them, right?
Oh. She stiffens, and then Juliet sighs deeply. It's all anyone ever seems to do around here.
I did. Yes.
Why? Why didn't you tell me?
Although tears are beginning to choke my voice again, I can manage to shout out my question, my accusation.
I've been looking like such an idiot. I'm already an idiot compared to you and to Aspen. Every day I'm reminded of that.
Oh.
But this really takes the cake, doesn't it? I've been wasting my whole entire life over something everyone else can figure out right away.
Miho, it isn't like that.
Then why? Tell me why you didn't tell me sooner. Or Aspen. She knows too, right?
Juliet nods meekly. My eyes burn and my nose is running. My face hurts in every way possible.
We didn't know how.
Know how? What do you mean, know how?
I can't keep myself from shouting. I feel so stupid, so angry, and so sad.
Please, Miho, try to understand. We were still just getting to know you. You barely trusted Aspen or me. If we just told you that the person you were looking for was deceased, we didn't know how you'd take it. You might not even believe us, for one thing. Or perhaps it would give you cause to run away again. As the weeks went on, we wanted to, but it never seemed to be the right time.
Oh, but if you always wait for the right time, it'll never come. The right time never comes.
Neither of us wanted to be the one to, out of nowhere, bring your whole world crashing down.
Which is that's that's so fair.
Not when you were trying so hard. You seemed so happy. It felt more cruel to ruin that in a way. I'm sorry, Miho. I truly am. It was wrong of me to let it go this long without saying anything, but believe me, I only hesitated out of love. Aspen and I both. We simply couldn't bring ourselves to break your heart that way.
Fat lot of good that did. Juliet sniffles and I have to look away. I don't want to see her cry again, not while I'm already like this. Stooping down to the floor, I pick my blanket back up and wrap it around myself again. Even as I do, I can't help but think of how it's not really my blanket, it's Juliet's. She just lets me use it, like everything else.
Go away.
To my relief, she doesn't try to argue, doesn't even say anything else. She just nods and silently leaves the room. The second the door shuts behind her, I collapse into my bed, put my pillow over my face, and succumb to my grief. My everything hurts when I wake up. Damp pillow still covering me. My face and my head hurt from crying, and my body hurts from passing out in an uncomfortable position. I didn't even mean to fall asleep. I must have cried myself into it. The memories of yesterday don't even give me a chance to wake up before they flood my brain, pulling a groan out of me in response. I don't want to get up. I don't want to leave my bed. What's even the point? Still, I know I have to. I have to see Aspen within the next few hours, and Juliet too. Eventually. I don't know what to say, or even what I want to hear. As much as I'd like to avoid everything and everyone, the rational part of me knows that I can't. Instead, my magic and bead force me to conform like always. Either get up or be forgotten. It's not really much of a choice. I sluggishly get dressed and wipe down my face, which is still red from crying. Then I trot downstairs where we normally be having breakfast, except it's later than usual. There's food on the table for me, but it's long since cold, and I can hear the sounds of conversation and movement that mean the library is already open. Life goes on, with or without me. I cram down the slices of cold toast and browning apples without really tasting them, just knowing that I need the nourishment. Then I wander up to the front of the library while Juliet is seated in my spot at the desk. When she notices me approaching, I can see her struggle to decide how to greet me, uncertainty plain in her eyes. I can't decide either, so I just settle for a stiff nod.
Hey.
Good morning, Miho.
Her voice is awkwardly stilted. It seems out of place for Juliet. I gesture at the stack of books next to her and the half-filled checkout sheet.
You can go to bed. I can take over from here.
But don't you need to go see Aspen though? Because she's probably at work. She's probably at work now. We probably need to go see Aspen now. Juliet shakes her head, looking a little more confident in the motion.
No, it's all right. You're in no state to be working today. Let me handle it instead.
Really, it's fine.
A patron starts to approach the counter, a couple books in his hand. I start to reach for them, but Juliet stands up, blocking me off.
Good morning. All set to check out?
I let my hand fall to my side. The person checking out books looks a little confused, but settles on talking to Juliet instead of me. Fine then, if she wants to, she can do it. She has that same practiced tone of voice when it comes to helping a stranger that Aspen does. Aspen calls it her customer service voice. To me, it's the same as how I'd sound when trying to deceive someone or get something out of them. The only difference is, I'm not sure I could pull mine off now, like she can. Then again, it seems like Juliet must have always been good at hiding her feelings. Oh. Wordlessly, I turn around and step out from behind the desk, passing by the guests on my way out the door. From the corner of my eye, I can see Juliet watching me as I go, even as she deftly handles the checkout. Oh, please tell me that we're going to go see Aspen. Please tell me that's what we're doing. Please. The fresh air is an instant relief, and I gulp it in as I stretch out my arms, just basking in the sun for a moment. Why is there no music? It feels so off. I start walking to the Bell House because I need to see Aspen before it gets too late. Fortunately, we had a late breakfast yesterday, so I have a little more leeway than usual. I do my best to keep my head empty on the way there, because if I let myself think, it'll turn bad. So instead, I just focus on putting one foot in front of the other, and on paying the minimum amount of attention to my surroundings, just enough to get me there. Aspen herself is working the counter when I enter the cafe, and she waves eagerly when she sees me.
Oh, Miho! I was just thinking of taking my break early to come see you. Juliet said you were feeling a little under the weather this morning.
Oh, she doesn't know that we know. Oh, no. I make my way up to the register, staring blankly at the menu. I could actually read some of it if I tried, but I'm not.
I can see what she means. Are you alright?
I shrug.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Oh,
Let me get,
Miho. The names of the different drinks that I like all swirl around in my head, but somehow, picking one feels like an impossible challenge. I wasn't actually planning to stay or get something to drink, just started ordering out of habit. See, for me, when I lost a friend, I'm so glad that I didn't. The reason I ate anything was because for some reason McDonald's turned into the perfect, like, horribly depressed, unavoidable grief kind of food. It was the only thing that I could eat without, like, throwing up or, like, I could actually get it down without, like, gagging, that kind of stuff. Like, it was a very rough time. So, like, I'm just saying, like, dude, because I didn't even realize, like, that was something I could eat for a while. So it was, like, the first, like, day or two, I, like, don't think I ate, like, anything because, like, I couldn't decide on anything. I was like, no, that sounds bad. That sounds bad. I don't want to think about eating. I don't want to think about what I need to eat or what even sounds good, that kind of stuff. And then on the third day, I think I just, like, took myself out for a drive and was like, I should probably, like, get something in me because I haven't eaten in a while, that sort of thing. So I'm like, oh, this is hitting too close. This is one of the reasons, like, last episode hit me so hard and I was, like, actually, like, crying during it. It's because, like, I have also lost someone important to me. So it's like, stuff like this, especially when it's, like, written well and it's like, oh, this is so true. It's, like, taking me back to that moment. It's, like, it's simultaneously, like, such good writing, but it's also very hard for me. But I'm also, like, enjoying it because of how good the writing is. And I, like, love these characters and that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? It's very sad and very real, but I'm, like, okay with it. Hello?
Whatever you recommend.
Sorry, the reason I said hello is because it wasn't, like, working for the first, like, second. Frowning, Aspen taps something into the machine. I reach for my wallet, but she waves a hand to stop me.
It's on me. Go sit down and I'll bring you something soon.
Oh, you're so
Thanks.
sweet. Both her and Juliet are so sweet, but I also understand, like, Miho's, like, towards them. It's just gonna take her some time to, get back to him. Leaving her to that, I trudge to a booth and sit down, resting my head on my arms and closing my eyes. I could have just come inside and left again as soon as Aspen saw me, but I know that I wouldn't feel any better anywhere else I could choose to go. At least this way I get a free drink out of it. I don't open my eyes again until I hear the sound of Aspen setting a cup down in front of me before taking a seat herself.
Thanks. Again.
Sitting up, I have a taste of whatever it is Aspen brought me. It's scalding hot and bitter.
What's in this? Coffee.
Thanks!
What else? Espresso? You look like you need it.
Gingerly, I take another sip, bracing myself against the heat this time.
One of your recipes? No, I don't know who invented it, but it's been my go-to for years when I need a pick-me-up. Don't you feel more awake now?
The aftertaste lingers in my mouth, but I drink some more anyway.
Unfortunately.
Oh.
Then it's doing its job. You really do look a mess, though. Were you crying?
As soon as Aspen takes a second to look at my face, I see her take on the same look of concern as Juliet. I raise my cups to my lips again, just to hide myself.
Yeah?
There's an awful scraping sound as Aspen slides her chair a little closer to mine. Taking one of my hands in hers, I pull away immediately. And oh.
Sorry, I should have asked first. What's wrong? Did I do something?
Oh. Her face starts to redden, and I already know what's coming next.
It's fine.
I don't know how to respond, so instead I opt for a question that's been lingering on my mind.
Do you know who Cosette is? Cosette? No, I don't believe I know the name. Is she a friend
she
of
doesn't
yours?
know. Oh.
No. Don't worry about it.
If Aspen doesn't know, I'm not going to be the one to tell her. Still, it doesn't surprise me in the slightest that Juliet never mentioned her before, even though the two of them are supposedly close friends. As for my human, though, may as well just get it out there. At least then we'll be on the same page.
I found out my person is dead.
Oh, I hate the music cutout. Oh, that hit me. As soon as she said that and like the music cut out, I felt like my heart stop. Although I've been sitting with that thought for hours now, it's the first time I've said the words out loud. To my own surprise, they come out as steady as everything else. At least I don't feel like I'm going to cry.
Oh.
Finally, I glance at Aspen herself. Just like Juliet, I can see her eyes widen and mouth drop as she tries to think of something more to say.
You knew, didn't you?
Her hands toy uselessly with an abandoned straw wrapper on the table.
I suspected as much, yes.
I sigh, not surprised at all. I don't even have the energy to be that upset compared to when I was dealing with Juliet.
I'm sorry,
It's okay. Juliet already said it.
Well, I'm saying it too. I'm sorry. It seems you probably didn't find out in the best way. Not that there is a best way.
That's what I was really about to say. There's not really a good way to find out.
That was why we were afraid to tell you. We didn't know how... Actually, I'm just going to stop talking.
Really? It's fine.
I cut her off flatly before she can start over-apologizing. Being apologized to makes me uncomfortable, like an itch I can't scratch. Putting my chin in my hands, I look out the window to the sunny day outside. It's as nice as it ever is here.
I just wish you would have told me.
In our reflection, I see Aspen nod.
If it makes you feel any better, we were going to, soon. We'd already decided, but not on how. I assume Juliet told you.
More or less, yeah. She said something that made me figure it out.
I see.
Both of them just accepted my being upset so easily. Neither of them tried to argue or anything. Just apologized. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Just like I'm not sure if Aspen words make me feel better or not. But also, I have to ask what I'm getting out of doing this to myself. And to her, and to Juliet. Sitting here silently, stewing in my emotions. What felt like burning rage last night feels less explosive. I do wish they'd become more honest with me. I do wish they'd been more honest with me. But they were both just trying to be nice. It's not like I haven't done the things they were afraid of before, like run away. When that's the case, is it really okay to be upset with them? Sorting through complicated emotions is difficult. I like when things are straightforward and I know to be sad or mad or something else. Right now, seeing how sad it's also made Juliet and Aspen doesn't make me feel better either. If nothing else, I should at least tell them how I feel, or try to. Closing my eyes for a beat, I make my first real decision since leaving for Cosette's grave with Juliet yesterday.
You busy tonight? I want to talk with you and Juliet. Together.
She startles at the sound of my voice. I guess she didn't expect me to say anything else.
I'll be there. Just tell me when.
I don't know yet. I have to ask Juliet, but I'll have her let you know.
Okay, that works for me.
I stand up slowly, and Aspen does the same. I can tell from the way she's still fidgety and nervous, though that something's still bothering her. There's a tiny pop as she snaps the paper straw wrapper in half.
Can you tell me one thing, though? Are you leaving?
She's really worried about that, isn't she? I feel a bit more confident about one thing as I shake my head.
No. I won't go anywhere.
Oh, gosh. The performances right now are, like, killing it right now. They're like, oh, they're too good. Oh. Okay. Oh, I guess we'll go to the botanical garden. I don't really know how long this episode's been going for, because I did have to take that, like, tiny little break to try and fix my stuff. Also, I don't know why I'm so laggy here. Why am I laggy in the recording? I think I need to reset that. But I think we'll do this big ol' talk in the next episode, and I'll spend that time to try and fix my lagginess and to emotionally prepare myself. So with that being said, I will see all you beautiful people in the next one, and I am so happy to be back doing this. It's already so good. It's hitting me in all the emotions so hard already. So I'm so happy to be back. With that being said, I'll see all you beautiful people in the next one. Bye-bye. Okay, we are back with more Please Be Happy. And I forgot to mention the last one. Another reason why I had to take a long break from this is I actually downloaded this like a month or two back to get back into it. But this is essentially my only criticism of this game, is that it doesn't appear to have sync up to the cloud on Steam. So I moved everything over to my new computer for streaming and everything. And this is the only game that lost all of its save data on it. So I had to essentially mash through the entire game to get caught back up. Basically, I had to mash through like 20 episodes worth of material, 21 episodes worth of material to catch back up. So I guess like the only criticism I have of this game that I'm like, oh, I don't really like this part is if you're moving computers, it's a little hard. Also, it looks like I'm still a little laggy, but like I'm better now. Okay, that's good. That's good. I did fix it. That's awesome. But yeah, with that all being said, let's just get into it, because I'm guessing that this is going to be a big, meaty, juicy chapter, baby. With that all being said, let's just get into it.